Hi, my name is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend with the best refurbished phones to buy in 2024. I make one of these videos every half a year, so please do subscribe and ring the bell icon if you dig that kind of information. Let's get to it. Before we get to the phones, let me lay down some guidelines to make sure you make a qualified buy. Refurbished phones can be bought either online or at a store, and I urge you to buy them at a physical refurb store rather than online, because then you can take the product into your own hands and make sure how it feels and if you like it or not. As a rule of thumb, we're looking at a 1 to 2 year old phone. Older phones that typically have that worn feeling to them and don't receive as many software updates, so stay clear of them. So we're looking at phones released in the second half of 2022 and the first half of 2023. So here are my 12 recommended refurbished phones from the spring of 2024. Just a quick sip of the Lommelurke. We'll start off with an easy recommendation, the entire Samsung S23 lineup, thereby meaning the Samsung S23, the S23 Plus, and the S23 Ultra. They were released in February 2023 and it's just a great lineup. And last but not least, all were released with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip all around the world. Woohoo! My second recommendation is the Nothing Phone 1. It is such a solid build and you get a lot of fun with the Glyphs interface and the entire Nothing OS. It's a phone that puts a smile on your face. And though it wasn't released in the US, you may be able to find it on eBay. Or take a look at the newly released Nothing Phone 2A, which shares a lot of the Nothing Phone 1's features. Third line of recommendations are of course the iPhone 13 and 14. And it's not that I wouldn't like to recommend the iPhone 12 anymore, but I just think in 2024 we want a little bit more out of our camera. Just another sip of the Lommelurke. My fourth recommendation is the OnePlus 10T and 11. The OnePlus 10T is the antennae monster with no less than 15 antennas to ensure you have better reception everywhere you go. If you live in a big town, that was OnePlus's example themselves. You should provide for some better coverage. Whereas the OnePlus 11 is the thing of beauty. I really loved that phone. Please remember that OnePlus phones are not like the most roughly built phone, so when you pick one up, make sure it is in a very good nick. You watch my very fun video of the OnePlus 10T by clicking the video right up here or down in the description. Please do that. I made so much fun in that video and nobody has seen it. Please. The fifth phone I gotta have on this list is Fairphone, and you may never have heard of Fairphone, but it is a Dutch company, and as the name implies, their focus is on sustainability as well as being eco-friendly. The company emphasizes reusable materials and interchangeable components. Interchangeable or just exchangeable, swappable components. So they're very much on track to comply with the upcoming EU legislation from 2024, where there are some very harsh guidelines for all new phones to follow. And that is, the phones must have up to 5 years of security updates after the production of a model ends. A whopping 2 years further from that, hardware components must be readily available, making it 7 years from the end of production. Read more about that topic via the link down below. So Fairphone 4 or 5 are definitely worth investigating. And please do subscribe to this channel. I have less than 1% of people watching my videos that are subscribed. My last recommendation is not this old Samsung, but this old Samsung. And it's only 1 year old, and it is the Samsung A34. It took second spot in my phone of the year video for 2023. And of course, its bigger brother, the A54, that has a tad better camera. Both are built like tanks and will easily last you the 4 years they've got left of software support. These are probably also going to be the cheapest phone if you go out to buy them secondhand. Asus, Motorola and Sony are top recommendations from this time frame, as well as the Pixel 7 lineup with the overheating Tensor 2 chip and It's not that I wouldn't recommend a Realme or an Oppo phone, but they are hardly represented here in Denmark, and Xiaomi could have nicked a spot on the list, but I just haven't tested any lately. Please remember to subscribe to get more refurbished phones recommendations in the fall of 2024. My name is Brian from Denmark, your tech friend, and I'll see you in the next one.